Welcome to the Mouse and Castle.
Come on, Johnny, what are we waiting for?
Because these are all examples. Avatar kind of was the response to the Harry Potter stuff at Universal, which was the first, like, let's really take up the level of immersion a notch. And it's kind of the template for which Galaxy's Edge was based on, just in terms of the really in-depth immersive design experience. So, and even like, and I was talking to Savannah, as she's been to Galaxy's Edge, but she hasn't been to Animal Kingdom or World of Avatar, certainly, since she was a little kid. So you can kind of see, as she's noticing the similarities, really, in some of the design experience as you kind of walk and journey along a pathway into the land, and there's kind of a transition that takes place. And so it's kind of interesting for my fiance, I almost said girlfriend. for her, it was kind of interesting because she's comparing that to what she's seen at Galaxy's Edge, which was kind of an interesting experience. So there were a couple different things about this trip. One was checking out those three somewhat new, I guess Avatar isn't super new anymore, but some of the newer offerings that Disney has experienced that have revived a lot of these parks. Now, of course, Avatar, the World of Avatar, is single-handedly responsible for drastically boosting the attendance of Animal Kingdom over the last 2 years. It's really turned that park around.
Oh, definitely. Animal Kingdom's always been a personal favorite of mine, even before Avatar came around. But I know, in general, it tends to be kind of the least favorite of the Disney parks.
Kind of the
pre-Avatar.
stepchild. Yeah, until this. And they really, like, the finances and attendance show. And with that template working, that really seems to be the go-to format for Disney moving forward, whether it's Toy Story Land, which they just completed. And Aaron, I know you went a couple months ago, and we heard your review here on the podcast. And, of course, Galaxy's Edge being the most notable, most ambitious, revamp project that we've had so far. So it's interesting to just to see the economics of how it's transformed. And so as you go into Avatar, that was the first thing that I was kind of taking note of. It was really like a 1, 2, 3 comparison of all of these experiences. And when you go into Avatar, how immersive it feels, and then you go to Galaxy's Edge, and they're saying bright suns. Oh, and we had a bunch of galactic citizens congratulating us in universe on our engagement.
Oh yeah, how'd they do that?
Well, so of course Disney gives you the wonderful little
so
buttons.
you have the little you have the pin.
We had the little happily ever after pin, which, by the way, they changed it a couple years ago. My good buddy Scott Rifen informed me they used to have like wedding, engagement, anniversary ones, but I think it just became too complicated, so they just now have a generic happily ever after, and it's like two Mickey charms linked together, and it's like, oh, that's cute. So, but here's the problem with that: all the galactic citizens kept wishing us happy anniversary.
Oh, they didn't guess correctly.
Which it is basically our anniversary. We started dating about a year ago, but it's kind of funny to me that that became a thing. So I'll leave that as a tease. I'll come back to that when we talk about Galaxy's Edge. But so Avatar, the World of Avatar. Here's the second thing we attacked for this trip. That was also a first. I made a snack attack list. That's what I'm calling it. I combed through the Disney food blog, which is my favorite Disney blog, I have to say. I love, like, their Instagram too is amazing. But I combed through it and looked up like Animal Kingdom snacks and jotted down like about a dozen of all the ones that looked good, and then prioritized ones to limit my purchases, not based on budget, but just on the amount we could freaking eat. And it's killing me that I wish I... Oh, hang on. I promise I'm not doing this for dramatic effect, but I think I see... Oh, yep, here it is. I saved it. Yes! The snack list that I made, I narrowed it down to our top 4 things. And 2 of them were at the World of Avatar. Although we only ended up getting 1. So we go straight through Avatar. The wait's obscene still. The wait's longer than the Millennium Falcon, which is already kind of ridiculous. It was up to 2 hours that morning when I was checking in. But as there were no fast passes day of, because of course it was kind of a last minute plan. But I looked up, I forget the website, but that has like the estimated crowds and wait times throughout the day, and it predicts it. There's a website. Aaron, you've got an app that I think does it for that day.
Like Disney touring plans or something like that.
That's the one. Yep, that's the one. Or touringplans.com or something like that.
Yeah.
But they I looked up that day and I saw, it actually will go down to about an hour. And sure enough, like right on schedule, right about 1 p.m., it dropped to about an hour. And so that was the time, and we jumped in line for Flight of Passage, which is the ride I have wanted to do for years. The last like 2 or 3 years, I've been to Animal Kingdom at least 2 different times where I wanted to do it, but I've just never been willing to. I'm just not that guy. I might be the most interested in a ride. I can't do 2 hours.
You can't wait 2 hours.
And I
think I waited, close to 3 hours for that ride one time.
Jeez.
Yeah. We went right as the park was closing and kind of jumped in line, and we're just so we didn't waste time waiting in line where we could be doing other things.
Oh, gotcha.
And then like right before the park closed, we hopped in line, which they let you do.
Yeah.
And so then we stayed an extra. I think it got close to 3 hours. But the queue is pretty cool. So, and we kind of knew we were going to be in for that. So we brought snacks and we kind of were playing games and we kind of planned ahead.
Nice. Well, and here's the thing that made it better is the snacks, because that's what using my handy dandy snack attack list, that was the first place we bulleted towards, which I actually pulled up. Here we go. We went to Pongu Pongu, and there's a bunch of drinks. I'm trying, but they don't have the.
Where's Pongu Pongu located in the park?
It's right towards the back. It's right across from the Satuli Canteen.
Okay,
which
so
is
it's
the quick
in
service.
World of Avatar.
Yeah, so in World of Avatar, right in the far corner, right near the exit if you were to go up to Africa. And so they have this incredible drink at Pongu Pongu. It's this tiny little kind of snack stand. And I've never really done like the Disney snack thing beyond when we did my poor brain. Wine and Dine.
Flower and Garden?
Yeah, Wine and Dine.
Wine and Dine, okay.
Yeah. So this is my first time kind of checking out some of these little snack and drink stands that I had never been to before. So we went to Pongu Pongu and ordered a really delicious rum drink that had these little the globes. I can't think of it. It's like boba tea balls, but they're not. It was delicious, and we got that drink, and it's killing me that it wasn't on my list, but it just looked so good we grabbed it. And then we grabbed the small little cheesecake Danish and ate that and had the drink while we were in line. And we were only in line maybe 45 minutes, we calculated it, and then rode Flight of Passage.
That's great. That's a great first experience for
Right?
Flight of Passage. Yeah, 45-minute wait, you got snacks.
Mm-hmm. It was really the perfect amount of time to appreciate all the cool things that they have in line, which very much remind me of the experience of Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, or now, of course, the Millennium Falcon ride. Basically, the ability to entertain you as you go through.